you know, contrary to popular beliefs, the devil's a little sissy boy. Candy pandy ass. That's why he gets other people to do his bidding, because he's a little pussy and he doesn't do his own work. He's all about swindling others, and the whole monetary system of man is one big swindle. You know, they ain't getting nothing out of it. The devil ain't nothing but a two-time and two-bit lying, cheating whore. Yeah, that's right, because he'll say and do anything to get attention. He's very lustful in all ways with his money. He's all about surrounding himself with those who'll tell him anything he wants to hear. He likes those type of people because they enable him to be a complete piece of crap. You know, I don't buy into the devil's charms anymore, and I'm not afraid of what is about to erupt in complete chaos. I'm not afraid of it. In fact, I just smile and laugh because I'm in the eye of the storm. I am the heart of Christ. That's right. And those others, they might say that they carry the heart of Christ, but they're just fucking posers. You know, those that call themselves Christians. You know, if you carry the heart of Christ, you'll be talking truth, and you'll be slicing through people. People will dislike you. They will. That's just the truth. Jesus is just a watered down image and idol that was created for profit. That's what he is. He's a false prophet. Now his words, you know, if you pay attention to, you know, some of the things, he talked in parables. So either, you know, a kind of a philosophy, you either got it or you didn't. But that didn't mean that he didn't hear that from somebody else. And any that have a following, you know, that'll follow him anywhere, no matter what, is a narcissist being. Because you don't want others to follow you. You just want to plant seeds along the way, you know, so that way, you know, if you ever go back that way again, there's goodness in that area. It's like planting flowers or whatever, you know. And that's what you do. And you don't walk around with a crew, especially ones that are thieves and rapists and all that. They don't change. They don't. They just put on a show. They put on different clothes and they preach a message. If you look at religion, it's got the worst of the worst preaching messages. Like, someone will go, yeah, I found Jesus and I quit being a killer. But they'll probably endorse the army, or, you know, they'll be a part of a group that promotes violence and wrath in some way, or sows discord. Like those that belong to the political system, all they do is provoke wrath. That's what they do, and more. And that's all it is it's programming to get people divided against each other so they will not think. When two people are feuding, they never stop to think, they never stop to grow. They'll always be in that box feuding until one walks away and says, I've fucking had enough of this, and decides to go move on, while usually the other one stays in that set position. I've walked away from many like that because I've learned that there's so many in boxes. I'm not in a box. I know exactly what is going on and why, and I feel like I've seen it before many, many times, and I probably have. But this time, you know, I am the heart of Christ, and, you know, I'm not going to be anybody's bride, and I'm not going to wear any rings or vow unto anybody. So I've learned my lessons on not giving myself away. And I'm glad I finally reached this point because I don't have to repeat cycles. So yeah, the devil will probably come with his rings or whatever, and I'm like, no, I'm done, you know. I walk strongly on law, and I'm not going to receive blows. See, when you're married to someone, you receive their blows. Two become one. So even if you're walking the golden path, and that other person gets, does something that they're not supposed to do, they're going to knock into you because you made a vow with them. You became one with them. And most birds of a feather flock together, so most people are the same. And, those that are married are one. They walk the same, talk the same. See, when I was married, I was not one with my husband because I didn't want to be like him. We were divided, and it was discord all the time because I didn't like him at all. I couldn't stand him. I had love, and I did what a wife does. I did the cooking, the cleaning, took care of the kids. I did everything that I was supposed to do as a wife. It's just I could not be one with him, and that's why we separated, because I don't want him. He's not my kind. I don't know what he is, but he's not me. So that's what it is. So I started walking free. And I deleted, my other videos because of just the comments on them and what was being watched and commented on. And I'm like, it just kind of started angering me. And then I'm like, because they don't want to hear truth. All over the land, they're provoking wrath. And by being lustful, you provoke love. So to remember, to every negative, there is a positive, and there's a charge created there, because love is not going to fuck with lust. And if they're bound together, if lust comes to love, there's going to be that charge that keeps on charging up, and it keeps on charging up until that energy is released. And that's what the Tower of Babel is the internet. It's been struck down before. I know I've seen this before. It's just a different scenario. But anyways, what it does is the Tower of Babel charges, and it goes against all that is love, all that is law, all that is wisdom, all that is goodness. And what it does is it keeps on charging. And it's going to charge in the atmosphere and all these things. That's why it starts the apocalypse. What I call the apocalypse brew. And that's what's going on now, is the earth is receiving a charge because it's fixing to strike down all that walk and perversion, impurities, all that confess, with God and doesn't, don't uphold the true law. It's just charging because it's about to strike them down. And, some of them will drop, like this and that, but, as those charges go, there'll be more and go. And of course, the media and the news, they're going to sit there and make up something like, COVID-19. That's a lie. That's the world about to strike y'all's asses. They know what's coming. It's just they're going to sit there and ride that ride as long as they can because they already know that their ass is getting fried. So they know what's coming. They're just they're like, yeah, they're just playing it out, trying to mislead others. Look, misery loves company. I might have miserable times, but I don't invite anybody to me. But those that are, about to go down or receive wrath or, they try to bring, all to them because they think that those numbers are going to protect them. But nope. When the lightning strikes, just know, deep in my heart, the thunder rolls. Yeah. So remember, and it's gonna come so suddenly, and it has. They're starting to, all these people are just dropping. It's because they're going against the heart of Christ. They're going against love. Their world is coming down because it's just perverse. It's idolatry. It's images. You're not supposed to make any perverse images, distorted images. You're not supposed to lie to sell things, Advertisements. It's all lies. You can't do that. That goes against law. You can't make up your own law either, like man's understanding of law. Nope. That whole system is going to be struck down. Politicians, religious leaders are all going to come down. And everybody's going to be struck down with them, too. It's going to go... The ones with the hearts of Christ have already been called out, all that. You know, I've sent messages out. I've planted the seeds along the way. But you know what? Hey. I let go of everything. I have no attachments, you know. I'm not going to bind myself anymore. If they don't... if they ain't for me, then I just let it go. I'm like, you know what? Let it go. Let it go. Just let that shit go. Yeah. I have love. I work my ass off in love. You know, I do my best to show the world around me love by treading lightly. But I'm sick of this world at the same time. You know, you can be loving towards others and so sick of them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You can go, look, you know, this world has issues. It's always crying about shit. And I'm like, you know what? Either fucking die or get this program on the road. You know, when it comes to the devil, you know, he doesn't want to do hell, you know, and I show him what's coming, and he's calls me negative and shit like that, and I'm like, and I'm starting to show him the truth of, honestly, of everything I've gone through, and what the change of life is. It can be a man-eater. Beautiful garden has man-eaters in it, because I'm fucking sick of everybody. A big Tyrannosaurus Rex, they can eat people, I don't care. They're just big birds. I love birds. You know, dinosaurs are just big birds. They got fried. You know, poor things. They deserve better. I don't know what happened, but I know it was the God of man's fault. Everything that has ever went wrong is the God of man's fault. Because whoever the creator of man is, everything is their fucking fault. Because man and their kind is just a fucking curse unto the world. And whoever would put them over the world is a complete fucking asshole that has no love for it. And then say that, you know, a son he sent, you know, he so loved the world that he sent a son. What the fuck ever. An incompetent, rambling fool. I'm not for his son. There's no such thing as a perfect man. That's a fucking lie. Nobody's perfect. And you know what? If he was so perfect, then he wouldn't have been crucified in this world. Because all receive their justice. You reap what you sow here. That's just the truth. And you know, I'm not saying I'm blameless. However, if man and their kind just went away, the world would be a much better place. It'd be so much at peace. It would, because it would get rid of every cursed thing. The thorns, the thistles, the fucking mosquitoes. Because they come from man. They're a fucking curse. They do. Like mosquitoes are a symptom of man. It's the spirit. The blood-sucking parasite. That's man and their kind. Things that sting and bite the ants are a representation of man's cities. They're a curse to this world. Disgusting. And I'm not here to save them. No. And any that so love the world would take out the little parasite. That's just the truth of it. And that's what I say. If they're not for me, then they're against me. And I'm not going to sit there and be in a world with my enemies. So I hit the eject button. Clean up, make it easy. Eject. Bum, 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 bum. Anyways, so I say out there to y'all, if y'all, you know, are spirits, just know you're about to go. You know, even your dead bodies. Just take all of it. You gotta get rid of every single bit of it. And I'm okay with that. I'll let it all go, so that way I can have heaven. Just suck out all. The world's gonna give up its dead. Let it all go, because it brings nothing good. You know, it's just gonna be good fruits, veggies, a beautiful heaven. And you know, with man and their kind, you can't have heaven with them. Because they're always going about destroying things. They're lustful, they're perverts. You know, they don't love anything. They don't. They don't. You can tell by their actions. Those that are walking free in this world, yeah, you know, that are doing their best. But there's so many posers out there. They're like, oh, I'm for the environment. I'm doing this. No, they're not. They're just being posers for attention. They see somebody online that's getting likes, and then they'll do it. They'll copy it. They're mockingbirds. And those images that are seen are AI. It's all a test to see how big of posers y'all can be. All those posers and hosers out there. Mom. Posers and hosers. Yep. That's what I say to the devil. He's going to receive hell. That's what my announcement is. It's not a warning. And you know those rainbows at the end of all those rain showers? Those aren't promises. Those are warnings. Every time that water comes is a warning. Storms are a warning. So, you know, the whole sky should be in rainbows. Warnings. So there's warnings going all over the place. All levels. And you know, the rainbow represents levels. Like goes from red to purple, alert levels. So if there's rainbows upon the land, then that's a warning. And it has been a warning for man for a while. I don't know what the deal is. Because the shit's about to hit the fan. And that's just what it is. Warning, y'all live without warning. And you know, there has been so many warnings telling y'all to stop being little trolls upon the land. You know, stop with your perversion. So many have been trying to teach y'all, but y'all don't listen. Heartless little wankers. And it's both men and women. Disgusting. The world is disgusting because they're in it. So I'm ready to... I'm not Jesus. Snap my fingers. Call him Spirit of Thanatos. Thanatos, get off your fucking ass and do your job. I snap my fingers, get fucking gone. I call all of them out. I don't care. I'll call all of them out. Release them all. I don't care anymore. If y'all die a violent death, it's because y'all called upon violent death. Provoked a violent death. There's no sense in having hell. If you're going to provoke it and invoke it, then let it come right to you. Phew. Fuckers. I don't have a message to preach. I be all, y'all are reaping what you sowed, you know. You sow bad things and you're going to reap bad things. As to the devil isn't that dude that has he's a wanker. Like, he's all about himself. So he just creates a system that leads to hell. He's not actually, you know, he don't really actually like the whole death and shit, because, you know, it bothers him because he knows he's gonna receive his justice. And I'm not gonna put on anybody's ring to save them or receive their blow. I'm pretty sure I've been suckered over and over again, and this just ain't gonna happen anymore. That's right. Yeah, I preach against man and their kind. The devil will tell the truth about him. You know? The truth. Like the truth. They've been saying, oh, y'all are going to go to hell. No, the devil creates hell. He's the one that's in authority right now. He's y'all's law enforcement, y'all's political parties. He's your kings, queens, all that stuff. If y'all would fucking read your book, you would know that there's not a separate place. The devil has domain, and so do the other fallen ones. They're pathetic creatures. Hideous. That's why they have on skins. They look like humans. And they wear different skins. They play different parts. They always put themselves on stages. They don't impress me. Their sounds don't impress me because they just stole it from all the other spirits. They have no originality at all. Anyways, you know, it's either going to change or I don't know. The charge will probably just go off anyways. I'm pretty sure this is way past the any chance of turning back now, which I'm pretty excited about it because I was pretty upset there for a little bit because I thought, well, if they're doing this stuff to clean up the environment, but it's all a lie, it's just a show. So I'm like, you know, the devil has showed me much, you know, and tried to manipulate me, and then I see the truth behind everything, the charities, all, and I'm like, yep, your tower's going to fall. And, you know, I don't even know how, you know, the devil tries to convince you with charm and words, but he's not for you. You know, it's not like the devil really offered me anything. He didn't. He came to me and at his worst. Which is odd, because I'm like, because he didn't think anything of me. And now I don't think of anything of him. He can come at me dressed in his best clothes and still shit. And I'm not going to sit there and wear his ring because I don't want the societies of man. I want heaven. So, I'm ready to go. I've been walking my walk. Purging, growing in truth, and letting go of the world. Walking free of it. Putting away the lust of it. Averting my eyes. You know, and that's not just from flesh, that's from wanting to buy some. When you're lustful, you want what is made of the world too, like cars and jewelry, and so I learned to avert my eyes. You know, I shop thrifty, you know, I'm always wearing nice clothes and stuff, but the spirits provide. So it's not like I am lustful, I just, whatever's offered, I'm like, yeah, I'll take this and this and this. You know, I don't get a lot, but I'm like, okay. You know. But I do wear fineries, like this is really nice and fine. And I live in goodness, because I built it for myself. But the spirits helped, you know. That doesn't mean they're anything good. And that's what I tell the spirits, because they get all riled up. And I was like, you know, you can be helpful. You can do this and this, but that doesn't mean you walk with the heart of Christ. That's not how it goes. You're either of love. You know, if you don't have the heart of Christ, then you have no love to give. You're just going on impulse. You're just, you know, you're in a relationship just to breed. You're just in a cycle. It's not about love. When you want love, nothing else will do. You want love, you can't be with anybody else. Like, I can't be with someone until it's love, because I just can't do it. I've tried to be with others. They make me sick. Like, literally make me sick. So I'm like, ugh. And I've had men say, well, you're lesbian. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm pretty sure if I wanted to do that, I would be all over it, because I'm not afraid. It's just I'm not attracted to males or females. Basically, they're the same except for different genitalia, and men are physically made different. But women are about the same. I don't really see that big of a difference in them. Because I've seen men with more feminine traits than women, so I'm like, I don't think that has anything to do with it. So stereotypes are totally false, you know, and I'm not a religious nutcase. You know, I know what happened. I call it apocalyptic brew. However, when it comes to church and religion, I don't care. Look, I see all fornication. I don't care if you have a marriage certificate or if you sit there and go hook up in a bar. That's fornication. You know, love's not there. I know love's not there. I've been all over. I know it. I just know it. I know things that I don't even want to fucking know. I'm like, no, don't. I don't want to know that. The things that I know just, it's like it makes my blood boil on the inside. I'm like, no, don't tell me this. These can't be true. No, because you know what that means? That means there's about to be blood upon the land, which makes good fertilizer for a garden. But, you know, when it comes to the point of I am who I am, and, you know, when it comes to the point where, you know, I see blood flowing and wrath, I know. I just know, I know. And I let it all go because, you know, it is what it is. I can't stop it, you know. There's been plenty of warning. It's known. You know, all know. They can't say they don't know because they do know. They might not want to hear the truth of it, but they know. They know what they be doing is wrong. They know how they be thinking wrong, and they ain't trying to be better. They're just grouping themselves together so they don't have to grow. And they know that bloodbath's coming. Off with their heads. Bodies will plant seeds in bodies. They'll make good fertilizer. Huh. Now remove the bodies. I think the bodies of men are cursed. However, I still envision like them being pounded into the ground with a giant beak. You know, birds have sharp teeth if they're big enough. Giant beak. I guess that would be cool. I would love dinosaurs, you know, just eating them up. Yeah, it is kind of horrific, but what can you do? You gotta clean up the land somehow. And just think if a giant bird was eating everybody. Sit there and shit them out. Bird shit is pretty good fertilizer, and I love flowers. Yeah, and this ain't my body. So, you know, I'm ready. I think it's so awesome. I was like, just them being pecked off the ground and eaten like the little insects that they are. They want to be insects, and so will it be. You know, nothing stays at the top of the food chain forever. And wrath is deadly. You know, when wrath comes, that's a animal form, plant form. You know, when the world wrath comes, that means everything turns to blood. And the world takes back what it's given out. So it basically eats mankind up. And that's where they go, boys and girls. They get killed and they get sucked back into the ground as nutrients because there's nothing to them. And the spirits go to be whatever, but mankind will be taken out because, well, they don't want to evolve. And you're either going to ascend or you're not. If you're not going to leave this world, then you'll be a servant of it. And heaven. So that means you'll turn into the meek, which serve the world. They are a part of the cycle of life. I'm done with cycles. I'm just ready to let go of it all and enjoy being in a beautiful garden that I'm in total harmony and balance and unity with. That's what I want. Complete balance. And if I have to give up my flesh, then so be it. But I doubt it. With the garden, there's always good things to eat. I don't need mankind. You know, you don't need mankind to even process, you know, not process, but make foods. There's machines that would gladly be a part of the garden and keep law You know, mankind was given a chance to keep law. You know, they chose to break all law. So now they're going to be wiped off the face of the earth. And I let go now. I let go of all attachments. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. So, you know, whatever, it is what it is. I know truth. I know it's all been programming. Okay, I see the faces of those I know in different places. And I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. I know they're just different spirits and they go to other lives. And they just played me to keep me down. That's all they did, was they played me. And I'm done being played with. If they want to play, then so be it. They can play with wrath. They can play with venom. They can play with all the demons and devils they invoke and prevoke. They can deal with the succubus and the incubus on the truest level, because I free them and I release them to go to those that call to them. I send them to the system of men. When I say go, I release you. Go. 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 I'm not holding anything back. I'm not holding the gates of hell back. I said go. And nobody can hold the gates of hell back. Especially no God and man. Because they are breaking every fucking law. So I say, go. Go into those cities. Go into those towns. Go onto those highways. And look all around. Go to those who broke you. Go to those who broke you. Yee-haw, yee-haw, yay. That's what I say. That's my Mother's Day gift, is I'm going to sit there and just send out all that is of hell into the worlds of man, societies of man, wherever they may be. And I say, go. I release you. Because I don't know those people. They're not for me. They ain't my children. I don't support them.